think we're the Bukharian guy?" No one named the Bukharian guy. It was company policy never to name the Bukharian guy. "If they think we're the Bukharian guy, they'll be pretty disappointed when all we have to divest is 85 cents, another added. "What do we do to get rid of them?" "Give them time to get bored. They'll leave." "They'll leave faster if we give them the Bukharian guy's address." "Who do you think sent them here in the first place?" "The Bukharian guy." "Crazy shit, Graham. Crazy shit." She rolled her eyes. A gesture she had picked up along with English years ago, and everyone laughed. As the meeting proceeded, she looked around the table at them, her children, her grandchildren, familiar faces, repeating faces, with only one son rebelliously absent. But one wasn't bad, considering. She had done well, she thought, in this version. Version was the word she used when thinking of it. Nusach, the liturgical term, like a melodic variation on a theme. That's what they were, these different versions, different tones, different moods, melancholic, joyful, anxious, calm, hectic, fast, slow. This version was one of the best, the happiest, which was why she hadn't wanted to leave. But she couldn't stay forever. And that one son lingered in her mind, a 56-year-old disaster, or, as she preferred to think of him, a challenge. She ran the meeting strictly, as she had for the past few years since Mort had died. Trivial details flowed through her days. Long ago, when the details were different, she had wondered if those details that filled every minute of every day were actually concealing something large and still and sacred. Many days and years and people had passed before she understood that the details themselves were the still and sacred things, that there was nothing else, that the curtain of daily life itself was holy, that behind it was only a void. Yet some days she still wondered. As she rose to leave, one son surprised her with a personal matter. "Mom, before you go," he said. She glanced back at the table, alarmed to see that everyone else was still seated, watching her. The thought crossed her mind that they had planned this. "The new lawyers suggested a few modifications to the will," he said slowly. "Nothing major, but he noticed that nothing's been signed." They had been through this before, many times, but this felt different. She paused, leaning on the table, refusing to sit down. And then she spoke. "I'm not signing." One daughter drew in her breath, prepared to spit fire. "Dad would have signed. He would have signed years ago." "I'm sure he would have," she answered, her tone firm, closing a door. "But I'm not him, and I'm not ready to sign yet." "Mom, you're 84 years old." "I'll be 62 next week," her oldest son said. Her oldest son, she thought, and smirked. "We all know you're well now. Honestly, I wish I felt half as good as you do," he added. "And none of us want to say this to you, but no one lives forever." The youngest granddaughter had been fiddling with her phone under the table, but now she looked up, smiling at her uncle. Haven't you noticed? Graham is the exception to that rule. She might as well sell her plot. It's not like she's going to use it." Still standing, Rachel turned to her granddaughter and grinned. "Exactly," she announced. "I'm the head of this company, and I've made an executive decision not to die." And then she walked out of the room. What haunted her most about the children was how many times they died. Every day of raising a child brought a rush of unwanted mourning. New parents think of each day as a cascade of beginnings. The first time she smiled, the first time she rolled over, her first steps, her first words, her first day of school. But old parents like her saw